Hello, welcome, good morning, Jai Hind, my dear students. In the last class, we had completed the terminology of banking services. Whether it is the types of bank account, whether it is a type of banking services, whether it is term loan, whether it is bank overdraft, whether it is cash credit, whether it is overdraft. Today we will discuss one remaining topic. From that one, we had discussed bank draft, we had discussed banker checks. One more is bill of exchange. So देखो, what is bill of exchange? Sometime goods are purchased by buyer on credit and seller take a assurance of that person in a written form, and on which paper this terms and conditions of purchase and sales is agreed, and where the person is ready to pay, that is considered as a bill of exchange. So simply we can say that bill of exchange is what, bacha? Bill of exchange is a negotiable instrument. Remember my word. Bill of exchange is a negotiable instrument in which seller is considered as drawer, D-R-A-W-E-R. Seller, drawer, order to the drawee, buyer, to pay certain amount after a certain period of time. Like suppose buyer want the goods on credit for 3 months and the goods price is 30,000. So bill of exchange is a negotiable instrument in which drawer means seller gives the order to buyer to pay the certain amount after the certain period of time, and both are agree on this, will be considered as bill of exchange. Okay, so sometime bill of exchange is a negotiable instrument. What is the meaning of negotiable? Negotiable means which can be transferred. So bill of exchange can be transferred from one person to another person. And suppose you required money, so you can give this bill of exchange to bank will cut some discount, and after that bank will give the amount to you. So bill of exchange is also the form from which you can take immediate money from the bank. Like suppose the bill of exchange is worth rupees 40,000. You required money immediately. So what seller will do? Seller will reach to bank, give the bill of exchange to bank, and bank will give 38,000. 2,000 bank will cut as a discount, and that is considered as bill of exchange. Okay guys. Yesterday we had discussed about check also. So now you can see the format, you can see how the check is exactly. Okay, so this is check, this is check number, this is check number, this is MICR number. Okay, this is branch code number. Okay, so this particular person is considered as check number. In the check, how the check will be there, for that a detailed video I will upload, don't worry about that. Now electronic banking services. Our today's new topic is electronic banking services. Bacha, nowadays we are knowing, and you are aware of that also, that nowadays the money can be transferred from one person to other person, from one firm to other firm, without visiting the bank, and it is all about online banking. If suppose I have to withdraw the money also, I don't want to visit, not required to visit every time to the bank. Debit cards are there, credit cards are there. With the help of debit card and credit card, I can withdraw the money from the ATM. At the same time, suppose I want to check that what is the balance of my account, what transaction had happened in my account. I'm not required to visit the bank. Just simply with our mobile phone, our laptop, I can check it, the whole detail of my account, my bank account, on my mobile phone or on my laptop computer. This is all about the era of e-banking, electronic banking, where the money can transfer from one person to other person electronically with the help of internet. We can take out the money also with the help of debit card, credit card. We can take all the information without visiting the bank with the help of our mobile phone, our laptop. This particular era is known as e-banking. Ab now bacha, in e-banking, what things are there that we will discuss. Okay, so in e-banking, the first one is electronic fund transfer. The first thing is what bacha? Electronic fund transfer. What is the meaning of electronic fund transfer? देखो बच्चा, when we transfer the money from our account to any other account, when we are making the payment of our expenses with the help of online banking, with the help of internet, that is considered as an electronic fund transfer. We are knowing now we can recharge our mobile with the help of Paytm. We can pay water bill, we can pay insurance bill, we can pay payment of electricity bill, house taxes without visiting the office. Simply a particular link is there, we just click on that and we can make the payment. Simply a number is there, we can recharge on that number and the recharge done without visiting the office. And that is what electronic fund transfer. Suppose you want to transfer 1 crore rupees to someone, not need to visit the bank and other, just simply with your account password you can send it. Acha, this is good thing or bad thing? So this is good thing also and this is bad thing also, because now so many cyber crime is there because of this one only. A sudden call is coming to you, sir, you are selected for this particular holiday package, and for that we will verify your details. So I'm just sending a 6-digit OTP. You just tell me to verify your details. We are not aware about that. We have to think, yeah, I didn't apply anywhere. How I can be selected? But on the time of that happy moment, we forget about all that. And we share the 6-digit OTP. And after that, one message come on your mobile that your account is debited with this amount. And after that, you're knowing, guys. So be aware. Technology having so many advantages, but technology having other disadvantages also. How we are utilizing our technology, that is totally depend on that. So the first one is electronic fund transfer, and I hope guys that it is clear that transferring the money from one account to other account, transferring the money from one link to other link will be considered as electronic fund transfer. Second one is automatic teller machine, which is commonly known as ATM. And I know that I personally hope that many of you had visited the ATM, many of you had withdrawn the money from the ATM. And now so many banks are providing a deposit machine also, where you can deposit the money also. Earlier we can only withdraw the money. Now we have deposit machine also, where you can deposit the money, where you can print your passbook, where you can take the bank statement. So many facilities. You don't require to go for the bank. Okay. So just a minute. So acha ATM full form what so many persons has created, anytime money. ATM doesn't stand for the word anytime money. Please remember, because MCQ will ask on that what is the full form of ATM. The full form of ATM is automatic teller machine. Achha, how many of you are knowing how to operate the ATM? Tell me in the comment box. Honestly, how many of you are knowing how to operate the ATM machine? A simple procedure of ATM machine is there. Like suppose you have debit card and you suppose you have a credit card of cash limit is applicable. So generally I'm taking example of debit card. So suppose you having a debit card, you insert in debit card you insert the debit card. After that they required the PIN, personal identification number. PIN stands for personal identification number, and generally personal identification number is for the 4 digit, that 4 most important digit of anyone's life. So that you will enter in the ATM machine, and after that so many options are there. Like suppose you want to change the mobile number, you just want to do the balance inquiry, you want a statement, you want to withdraw the money, you want to open your SMS alert, all that option. And suppose I have to withdraw the money, so I will select the withdraw option, and I can choose the money as per my requirement and how much money I have in ATM. Suppose I have in my particular account 20,000 rupees and I just entered 40,000, so ATM will not give me 40,000 rupees. ATM will set that insufficient balance in your account. So maximum how much I can withdraw? 20,000 rupees from my particular account through ATM. Achha, number 1. Number 2, is any fixed time of ATM machine, like bank having a fixed time of operation? No, ATM machines are operated for 24 hours. It is open for 24 hours. So bacha, this is all about the ATM machine. Second one is debit card. A debit card is what? Debit card are issued by the bank to the customer who had deposited the money in the bank. Okay, the customer can use the debit card for withdrawing the money through ATM. The customer can use that debit card for payment of any goods or services what they purchase, what they consume. And this particular debit card have the limitation that you can withdraw that much amount only what you had deposited in your account. Like suppose you have 30,000 rupees, so you can only withdraw, you can only make the payment while your debit card 30,000 rupees. Now one more new facilities are there, but it is not for everyone. Banks are providing some credit limitation also on debit card, like with the help of your debit card you can purchase the goods, you can consume the services in the monthly installment system also. But it is not to everyone, it is not to every debit card, it is to selected debit cards. It is totally depend on your banking performance and all that. Next one is credit card. Credit card. What is the meaning of credit card? Very simple, bacha. Sometime if you don't have the deposit also and you require money, so bank is giving a credit. Credit means a type of short-term loan, you understand. Bank is giving a credit to the customer to enjoy the good reputation. It is a type of overdraft facility. Overdraft, I told you, it is a short-term facility that you consume it and from your next deposit it will be deducted. Achha, so with the help of credit card I can withdraw any amount? No. Every credit card and every credit card of a particular person, limit will be different. It totally depends how much income you are earning. Maybe anyone SBI card limit is 1 lakh just, and anyone SBI card limit is 15 lakh rupees. credit card is coming with all the facilities also. Like you can enjoy the discounts, you can enjoy the offers by making the payment. You can hold some points, that points can convert in money, that points can, with the help of that points you can purchase any gift. With that credit card you can enjoy the facilities in railway. You can, when you are booking the ticket, you can get it some discount. When you are booking some air ticket, you will get it discount. At airport lounge, you are enjoying the services. So many benefits are given by the credit card. Achha, why sir they are giving the benefit? Because credit cards are actually influencing the person to spend, and how much you spend, that much income will be generated for the bank, because bank is not giving the credit at the free cost. Bank is charging a very good interest on that. Okay, so next one is telebanking. Ab telebanking you are knowing, like suppose sometime we just dial a mobile number, we just dial a toll-free number, and my statement come, my last 3 transaction come, my balance come. So that facility is also now provided by the bank to the customer. This is known as telebanking. Okay guys. Okay, sometime the customers having some confusion and customer having this particular services. SBI बैंक में आपका स्वागत है, बताइए मैं आपकी किस तरह से सहायता कर सकता हूँ. एंड यू विल टेल योर ऑल प्रॉब्लम कि मैम मेरा बैलेंस कट गया, मैम ये कैसे हो गया, आई वॉन्ट टू ब्लॉक माई क्रेडिट कार्ड, आई वॉन्ट टू ब्लॉक माई डेबिट कार्ड, आई लॉस्ट माई क्रेडिट कार्ड. all that facilities the bank is providing with the help of telephone, with the help of a toll-free number, with the help of a particular number where you will dial and you will get it the information. Okay, bacha, one very important concept is CBS. CBS is what, bacha? Always remember the full form of CBS. Core banking solution or centralized banking solution. Okay, the most popular is core banking solution. What is the core banking solution? Because earlier it was there that suppose I have my account in Varanasi and I stuck in Bangalore and I don't have the money, I lost my debit card also. So I cannot go to the Bangalore branch and I can withdraw the money, because they will simply say that your account is not there in our bank, in our branch. So sir, I'm very sorry, you have to go to Varanasi to withdraw the money. And why so? Simple, bacha, your account is in Varanasi. How Bangalore person is having your data? Bangalore person not having your data. So because of that, this problem arises in the past. But now we are knowing it is the era of digitalization. It is the era of internet, electronic banking, where everything is connected with internet. And nowadays you can withdraw the money from anywhere in India. You can deposit the money anywhere in India. You can take the payment of your check anywhere in India, and that is possible because of internet. Now if you have the account in Varanasi and you stuck in Bangalore and you visit the Bank of Bangalore, so bank will not tell you that you don't have the branch in Bangalore, so you have to visit the Varanasi branch. They will simply take your account number just entered in their system and your whole detail will come in the front of them. They will match your sign, they will match your photo, and after that they will issue the amount to you, whatever you want. But terms and conditions apply. From your home branch means where your account is there, your withdrawal is unlimited. It means if you have money, so you can withdraw as much as you can, as much as you want. That is the withdrawal. But if you are withdrawing from the other branch, other city, then that withdrawal having certain limit. Like I'm telling you about SDFC, that if you are withdrawing the money from other branch, other city, then from SDFC you can withdraw, if it is your saving account, you can withdraw maximum 2 lakh rupees. But if you want to withdraw from your branch only, where you open your account, there is no limit. If you have 50 lakh rupees, you can withdraw 50 lakh rupees. No problem is there. Okay. But now, after demonetization, it is not easy. You have to give so many answers that why you are withdrawing, what is the reason, if you are withdrawing more than 2 lakh rupees. So if your withdrawal is more than 2 lakh rupees, you have to fill the form, you have to tell that what is the reason. If you are depositing the money also in any account, then also you have to tell the reason that why you are depositing the money in the account, what is the relation of that person with you, what is the deposit purpose, all that. And the reason is to stop black money. But the reason is to stop black money. Practically, if you're asking to me that the black money is circulated in the market or not, yes, it is circulated. They are enough smart how to convert the black money into white money. One day I asked a question that how to convert the black money into white money. So one student blacked the 100 rupees note, and after that the person again painted that money with white and write down that this is the way how the black money will be converted in white money. देखो, what is the black money which not have the record with the government, which not have the legal record? Like suppose if my shop is there, I'm selling and purchasing the product. So whatever the product I'm selling and purchasing with the help of voucher, with the help of my GST number and all that, that money will be white money, legal money. White money means legal money. And if I have a shop and I will purchase and sell other than GST, personally, without bill I'm purchasing and selling. So whatever the money I will receive, that is my black money, which the government don't have the record. Okay, bachcha? Chalo ji. Most important is NEFT and real-time gross settlement. And I hope that if you belong to business family, you must hear the name of this two particular segment, NEFT and real-time gross settlement. देखो, National Electronic Fund Transfer is what, बच्चा? National Electronic Fund Transfer main funda is that it can be from 1 rupees to unlimited. So NEFT is from 1 rupees to unlimited, and that is what fund transfer means, from one account to other account, from individual to company, and that is considered as NEFT, and it can be transferred to any branch. It is not something that if I have the account in SBI, so I can transfer the amount in SBI account only. I can transfer to any bank, and for that we have to add the beneficiary, we have to add the name of that person. And NEFT settlement takes place 6 times a day during the weekdays: 9:30, 10:30, 12 noon, 1 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m. and 3 times during Saturday: 9:30, 10:30 and 12 noon. Any transaction initiated after designated settlement time is settled on the next fixed settlement time. So mean to say what, bacha? National NEFT is very simple. NEFT takes some time, that 9:30, 10:30, 12, and generally NEFT take time to settle. Maximum 24 to 48 hours that will take for settlement. So NEFT is what? NEFT is a fund transfer which can be transferred from one account to other account. and it take settlement at 6 times. Like suppose if I do the transaction at 9:30 a.m. so it will be generally settled before 10:30 a.m. Okay, like this the procedure is there. Sometime because of a poor net, because of server down, it take 24 to 48 hours also. अच्छा, next one is real time gross settlement. अब RTGS is the most secured fund transfer, and businessman is generally using this particular real time gross settlement. Okay, because in this the waiting period funda is not there. It is settled at the real time only. And but the one limitation is there that for remember bacha, for RTGS minimum amount should be 2 lakh rupees. So if you have 1,99,999, you cannot go with RTGS. You have to transfer the money via National Electronic Fund Transfer, which is known as NEFT. So NEFT 1 rupees to unlimited, RTGS minimum 2 lakh rupees to unlimited. Okay, acha, one more is there, it is not in this particular notes. One more is there which is known as IMPS. Instant money transfer is basically known as. NEFT and real time gross settlement takes some time. Real time gross settlement is settled at the real time immediately also, but the limitation is there. Limitation is what bacha? Limitation is 2 lakh rupees minimum, and NEFT takes some time. And so that particular service is there that for the small amount, if you want to transfer immediately within a minute, then what option is there? IMPS. Okay, IMPS, just a minute. So IMPS means in immediate payment services. It is known as immediate payment services. Today my pen is not working. Immediate payment services. Achha, what is the difference, sir, when NEFT is there, when real time gross settlement is there? So why the person will use the IMPS? Very simple. Remember that NEFT and real time gross settlement will be not available on weekend, Sunday or any other holiday. On that NEFT and RTGS will not work. Means not work means you can do, but the settlement will be done on the next working day only. But IMPS settlement is immediate. That's why this name is there, immediate payment services. So if somebody asks you that from the NEFT also we can transfer 1 rupees to unlimited, from IMPS we can transfer, so what is the difference between NEFT and IMPS? NEFT will take some time to settle. IMPS will take immediately settlement, number one. Number two, NEFT will be not available at the weekend and holiday. Settlement will be there on the next working day. But IMPS settlement will be immediately. From rupees 1 to less than 2 lakh rupees, there is no limit in IMPS. You can transfer. But when you go for 2 lakh or more than 2 lakh, it will be transferring 50,000 lot. Okay. So bacha, this you please remember, NEFT, RTGS minimum limit is 2 lakh rupees. Okay. And it is real time settlement. Next topic is for the class will be insurance. जीवन के साथ भी, जीवन के बाद भी. Okay, so we will do this particular discussion आज के बाद. ठीक है? So insurance services we will discuss in the next class, which will be held on, I think on whenever Monday. Okay, so no issue bacha. So till then please go and revise all the terms what we discussed today, how the e-banking work, what is electronic fund transfer, what is ATM, what is debit card, what is credit card, what is telebanking, what is CBS core banking solution, what is NEFT, what is real time gross settlement, and and what is IMPS, immediate payment services. Okay guys, okay, चलो तो फिर थैंक यू फॉर टुडे, क्लास ओवर.